Welcome to Most Loved Wrestling, the place where wrestling is most loved. And this is the 24th of June Raw MVPs. Raw just put out another screamer. But before we talk about it, tap that like button, subscribe to my bullshit and hit the notification bell. It helps with the algorithm. So if you like what I'm doing and believe that others deserve to bear witness, then this is how you can make it happen. But quickly, let me just go through the results of the matches. Braun Breaker versus Ludwig Kaiser. It was a good match. They got time. I thought it was going to be quick. I knew that the no contest was going to be the result because I thought that Sheamus was going to get himself involved. And the fact that Braun Breaker didn't just run over Ludwig Kaiser, that says a lot to me. Triple H is really seeing this push all the way through. And to be honest, I'm here for it. Ludwig Kaiser is very talented and is the full package. Next, Lara Valkyria is going on to the Money in the Bank ladder match. She was able to pin Kairi Sane after a Nightwing. It's good to see them protecting Shayna Baszler a little bit by not making her eat the pin. But she still didn't win though, and I get it. Lyra is the brand new shiny toy that they want to play with. Another Money in the Bank qualifier, Bronson Reed versus Braun Strowman versus Chad Gable. And most of you guys on my poll were wrong. You said that Braun Strowman was going to win, but not me, because I'm the fucking man. And I told you that Chad Gable was going to win. Absolute. Alright, let me calm down, my bad. But Chaddy Daddy did pick up the win. He was able to pin Bronson Reed and is getting ready to become Master in the Bank. That is a stupid ass name, but who cares? I'm just glad he's alive after last week. The Unholy Union defeated KC2. I think that's like their second victory ever on the main roster, no lie. The women's division needs more strongly booked teams, so I'm okay. But Damage Control have set their sights on the Unholy Union and the tag team titles. As EO said, Damage Control needs to change. The tag team championships is a good start. Karrion Kross defeated Kofi Kingston, and apparently he's defeated 7 WWE champions now. Like, I wanted to cheat and just go look on Google, but there's no honor in that. So believe you me, right this second, I'm still trying to think of who those 7 people are. Like, unless we're including the Universal Championship, I can only think of 2 people. But either way, the AOP are beating the hell out of Xavier Woods, and somehow the veteran Kofi Kingston seems to get distracted. And then Karrion hits the non-copyright F5 in order to put him away. The Judgment Day defeat the Awesome Truth for the WWE World Tag Team Championships. And let me tell you something, Liv Morgan is freaking busy. Like, she's literally everywhere. And she cost R-Truth the Tag Team Championships. She betrayed that man. Like, that's R-Truth. He trusted her. But nonetheless, Finn deserves championships. Anytime you get any opportunity to crown Finn Balor, just do it. But here we are, so the MVPs of the 24th of June Raw. This was hard to narrow down, and if you disagree and feel like people should be swapped around and even somebody taken off and somebody else put on, I would love to hear it. And to be fair, I probably wouldn't even argue you down. So there's 5 places, and I know you might be thinking to yourself, why not use 10 spaces? But the truth is, 10 spaces is a bit of a cop-out. 5 spaces makes you have to really think about it, because now there's people that truly deserve to be mentioned, but you can't mention them, and that turmoil itself makes my brain just do gymnastics. But I gave 5th place to Chad Gable, and of course he's one of the top 5 MVPs of Raw. My man literally rose from the dead. He didn't even call in sick when he had every right to do so. Everything that this man has been through in the last 10 days, that Scott over-tested him, man. And now he's being even further tested now that he's got to collide with these big behemoths in order to progress his career. But he was able to pass that test, and now he's going to be rewarded by heading to the Money in the Bank ladder match. And goodness gracious, I actually want him to win. Like, don't get me wrong, he's not going to win, but I'm saying that's what I want. Like, he's still being pressed by the wire at 6. His ungrateful students don't want to forgive him yet. Well, maybe Maxine is willing to forgive him, but the main man Otis, he seems to be done. And I think it's finally happening. The Creeds and Ivy now are looking to join Chad Gable. This is the second interaction I've seen with them, and I think it's about time they pull the trigger on this move. But I will say I would have preferred it if they joined him when he was going after the Intercontinental Championship. I really don't want to see them just join Chad Gable to get wrecked by the Wyatts. 4th place has gone to Drew McIntyre. The way he just came through at the beginning of Raw, looking like it was unsanctioned, looking like he shouldn't be there. Like, it kind of felt like he hijacked the show. Because remember, last week he quit. But that only means he doesn't get paid to turn up. It doesn't mean that they can stop him from going wherever the hell he wants to go. But when I tell you, Drew McIntyre cut another fire promo, saying how he hopes Punk's in immense pain and how he hopes that he's drinking and eating out of a straw. And he's showing off the bracelet that he took, and he's saying, look, I took this. It's worth about 50 cents, but to you it's priceless. It's got your wife's name on it. It's got the name of your stupid looking dog Larry on it. And you take this bracelet with you so that wherever you go, you take a part of your family with you. He says, well, now that you're gone, I'm going to be going to the Money in the Bank. And I'm going to win that ladder match and get the Money in the Bank. I'm going to cash it in that same night and become the world's champion. I'm going to have your wife and your dog and your family by my side when I win the world championship. And later on, he's got a second segment with Adam Pearce. I shouldn't be having to earn my spot in the Money in the Bank. I should just be getting inserted into the match. Pearce disagrees with him and says, you don't deserve nothing after the disruption that you've caused on both shows. So Drew's like, deserve? What, so I guess I deserved for CM Punk to put on an official shirt, come down to the ring and screw me out the world championship in front of my people. And I guess that Seth Rollins, the man that I beat for the world heavyweight championship at WrestleMania, he just deserves to walk back in here after 3 months and get a world heavyweight championship match at Money in the Bank. He said, listen, do the right thing, because if you don't, then you're going to see disruption. But damn, this rivalry is fully personal, quality. So in third place, I got the Judgment Day. They was going hard all night. Them playing video games, Dom eating like 60 million nuggets, them jumping Braun Strowman. They was really, really busy. All the dealings with Liv was crazy. But when you look at the Judgment Day, you notice that they're on 2 completely different pages right now. Damian Priest, he's not going for all this Liv Morganish, whilst the rest of them are definitely digging her, bro. But why wouldn't they? She got them gifts. She got them the World Tag Team Championship match, and then she got them the World Tag Team Championship. And for some reason, they're happy that she got Dominic Mysterio a match with Rey Mysterio. But nonetheless, if it's what they want, then I'd see no reason why they shouldn't be happy with her. But let's keep it a stack. Dominic Mysterio, he's starting to fold. He's folding, bro. And Damian Priest accepting that wager from Seth Rollins. That's very interesting. If you win, I can never challenge you for the World Heavyweight Championship again while you have it. But if you lose and I win, you got to leave the Judgment Day and you got to walk alone. And his response is crazy as well. He basically says he don't care. Like, yeah, I don't need them anyway, so I'll put them on the line. But I see a world where Finn Balor and possibly the rest of the Judgment Day, they screw Damian Priest out of the World Championship because they're not on the same page at all. Finn's been shady with Liv. Damian all of a sudden feels like he's the leader of the Judgment Day because he's got a championship. And this is the perfect opportunity to move this Judgment Day story along to the next chapter. And silver medalist, second place on the MVP list, I've got to give it to the Wyatt Six. Now for this whole show, Pat McAfee is not on commentary. And I think that that's supposed to be due to the Wyatt Six. Like, I don't know what happened, but I feel like that's supposed to be the point that they're trying to get across. Because after Abby the Witch terrorizes Chad Gable, she went over to the commentary desk and she had a box that was addressed to Pat McAfee. And you see the extra security that they hired. They're all slumped and dashed over the table. No idea how it happened, but you know that it was done by the Six. So Michael Cole opens up the box anyway. But inside of the box is a VHR cassette, and it's got a label on it saying "Play Me." So Michael Cole gets it sent to the production truck to see what's on it. And when I tell you it was the best singular thing of the night, I mean it was the best singular thing of the night. The only reason why I'm not putting the Wyatt Six as number 1 on the MVPs list is because of the person who I have put at number 1. Their body of work on Raw this week was mad. Like, they really carried the hell out of Raw this week. But what was on this video cassette was the perfect blend of real life and kayfabe. And I like that they're continuing to do this thing of, they're not pretending that the superstars don't watch the product, or they don't use social media, so they don't see things, or they don't know things like what they used to do back in the day. So it's got Bo Dallas talking to Uncle Howdy, and it basically addresses all that stuff that people was talking about on the internet, how Bo Dallas is just trying to exploit Bray's death and he's just trying to take over from his legacy. And even though it's pro wrestling, I believed everything I heard in this promo. Okay, so the superstars are kayfabe, but the underlying undertones, that was real life. The story that they told in this is as real as you and as real as me. They even outright spoke about Bray's death. He said about the death, he feels like the most important thing in his life was just taken away. Says nobody in this world was hurt more than me. Nobody. I always looked up to my older brother. I wanted to be just like him. I worked so hard so that one day I could work there right next to him, and we were gonna rule everything. We were finally there and we had it, and then it was taken away. And he asked, so what should I have done? Just let him become a mausoleum? Should I just let them forget what he stood for? Let them forget what he fought for? So they wanted to forget about me. They wanted to forget about us, but now they will remember. And I'm going to be like, yes, we did. But Bo's mannerisms, the way he's delivering these lines, like so far, this whole thing has been on point. It's been on the money. I like the fact that they didn't come down to the ring to cut this promo with a microphone in their hand in front of the crowd. I like the fact that they've done it in a cinematic segment, because that's what I believe that this whole thing needs more than anything. A lot of cinematic promos. But yeah, Bo's delivery was spectacular. An A+ from me. Like, it's literally 2 minutes 19 seconds or something like that. So if you don't have time to watch the entire episode of Raw, I do recommend that you go back and watch this. I'm sure you can find it on YouTube or somewhere. It's just 2 minutes. Go watch it. And Most Loved Wrestling's MVP of June 24th, 2024 is none other than Liv Morgan. Let's be honest, no doubt this woman carried the show. Now, of course, she had help, but there's no doubt in this woman's character work, this woman's energy. It was all on point. Liv Morgan, she's been on another level recently. In fact, the entirety of 2024, since she's come back, she has just been cooking. Like, this is the first time I'm doing the MVP thing, but I guarantee you, if I was to go back and date other shows, you'd find her coming up as MVP this year a lot more often. And it's funny because before I started this channel, I used to get into it a lot with Liv Morgan stands. Like, obviously on Instagram or on other people's YouTube channels in the comments and stuff like that. Because if I'm honest, I didn't see what everybody else saw. Like, yeah, I could see she was bad, but that's not good enough for me to co-sign you getting a push. And I know that's not everybody's reason as to why they're Liv Morgan fans, but a lot of the people that I had run-ins with, it was basically that. And if that's how we're supposed to be booking WWE shows, then I would have agreed with the WWE before when they was trying their darndest to push Eva Marie down our throats and get her over. But let's be honest, as a wrestler, she was absolutely worthless. I couldn't care less if she was bad. And no, I'm not comparing Liv Morgan to Eva Marie in any type of way. It's just an explanation of why I used to get into it with these keyboard saying Liv Morgan stands. But Liv Morgan, now, Liv has just gone dumb. She went from someone that people just wanted to them being the person that makes sense due to storyline, to being literally the centerpiece of Monday Night Raw. Like, last night, she carried the show. There's no discussion. And who is writing this script? Because WWE, they usually struggle to keep things fresh. Like, she's been pulling out some new bullshit week after week, and every single time it's landed. A part of me feels that it's her own ideas for some reason. Like, she got the Judgment Day Clubhouse on PS5, a massive TV, got Dominic Mysterio this big tray of chicken nuggets. She's using all these things to tell them, look, this is how you're supposed to be treated. I bet Rhea's never done this for you. In fact, I bet Rhea's never even got you a gift. And the way she was just dismissing Zelina Vega until Zelina disrespects Dominic Mysterio, and then she says, nah, fuck that, you gotta get it, and drags Zelina. Like, she legitimately snuck her from the back. Then after that, she's delusionally thinking that Dominic Mysterio saved her from Rey Mysterio. Then after that, she's manipulating R-Truth into giving up a World Tag Team Championship match to JD McDonough and Finn Balor, and then robbing him and suckering him in with the hug and the facial expression that she pulled right before she screwed that man out of the Tag Team Championships. Like, you know, a crazy bitch when you see one. That was fantastic. And now you truly see the rift between the Judgment Day. Finn and JD were actually celebrating with her when they won. So closing the show, you got her standing side by side with Finn and JD holding up their championships. Mommy's going to be pissed. Just another great episode of Raw. They keep on hitting. It didn't have all these banger matches, but it was all in the storytelling. And I feel like every storyline progressed a little bit from what it was last week, which is always the desired result. But that was Most Loves Wrestling's MVPs of Monday Night Raw. Well, thank you for listening to my bullshit. Don't forget to leave a like. Remember to subscribe and leave your thoughts in the comment section down below.